Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late or a minute late here. Yeah, it's way too early for hot tent camping, but it's coming up real soon. So I figured Randy put a jingle in my ear last week and said that he was interested in getting some hot tent stuff. So I figured I'd do one ahead of time, not actually in a hot tent. So I'm going to hopefully get me a setup for this winter as well. I've got a few things that I've got in mind for this winter. Hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm out here out my base camp. As you can see, I've got my hammock set up tonight. I'm going to camp out here in base camp. Um, Let me know if the quality's okay because the Wi-Fi, I'm way out here at base camp, but the Wi-Fi, it's picking it up, but not super strong. So let me know if the quality is going to be okay. If not, I hope it will be. I'm not going to move. I have to, since I'm going to be sharing my screen again tonight, but I'm going to do it a little differently. I made it a video instead of slideshow. You're good, brother. Good. Okay. Little Smoky, welcome in. I appreciate you here from Tennessee. Ronnie, welcome in from Tennessee. Randy, appreciate you being here. Cole, thank you for being here, my friend. High Plains Camper, thank you for being here as well. You guys, Herbert, Mrs. 210, I appreciate you being here. Good to see you too, Herbert. Quality is good. Good. Well, I hope it stays that way. Excuse me. I just lost you guys, so hopefully it doesn't fade in and out. It's saying full signal right now, so hopefully it stays that way. I've been scrambling around. I thought 2 hours after my wife got off work would give me plenty enough time, but that's why I was a little bit late. I had to get the hammock set up, tarp, all the stuff drug out here. I had to set everything up. I'm using my phone as a web camera because the camera on my Chromebook's not the greatest in the world. So, all right. Cole, Ronnie, did I miss anybody? Dan's here. Little Smoky, Cole, Shy Guy. Yep. Hey, Chris. Appreciate you being here, my friend. I'm driving home right now. I'll be in and out. I appreciate you coming in anyways. Be safe on the way home. I wanted to go vertical today, so maybe we get a few more people in here. And just going to talk about hot tent camping mostly. I've got a deals video of the week I'm going to post after the live in case you either want to watch the live or just watch the video later to catch. It's all hot gear tent related deals this week. I went on. I didn't have time to get all the other gear and everything this week. So since it's hot tent geared, that's what the video is going to be about. All hot tent camping gear, other than sleeping bags and cots, but mostly tents, obviously. So it's froze up again. Let me know if it clears up. Hey, Den, appreciate you coming in, my friend. Hopefully, I got the signal cleared up, so hopefully it stays that way. Bugsy, is that you? Jimmy Boy, intro. Skip the intro. How's little Will? Will's doing great. Will is good. He's with mom at grandma's house tonight, so visiting family. We had some family up from Texas, so um, Les and Abby, if you guys are watching, love you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys, I don't know when you guys are going home, but hope you guys have a safe trip when you go home. But yeah, he is doing great. Doing great. He's walking, not fully walking, but he's letting go and taking 3 or 4 steps at a time. So he is officially taking steps now. So, and he's just 10 months. He'll be 11 months. August 10th. So 7 more days, he'll be 11 months. So he's doing good, crawling everywhere, obviously, and growing like a weed. So we're excited. We are excited. So how many we got in here now? I can't even tell how many's in here at the moment, but we can start the video, go over the first items. My youngest grandson is about to start to walk. That's awesome, Little Smoky. Yeah, it goes so fast, and one day they're barely crawling, and the next day they're taking steps, and it seems like they hardly crawl. Some kids hardly crawl, some kids crawl and hardly walk, and it takes them forever to walk. But all my kids pretty much barely crawled, and then they just took off walking. So I think that's how Will's going to be doing. Such a wonderful experience again. Yeah, it's a blessing to be able to go through fatherhood again after 20 years of my prior. Cora was my youngest, and she turned 20. So the big gap between my youngest daughter, my oldest daughter, my youngest of the 4 oldest. 20 years difference between her and Will. So that's exciting. And my granddaughter, she's going to be turning 4 this next February. Especially with the knowledge now. Yeah, so much knowledge. They get so much smarter and faster. They talk quicker. My granddaughter's 3, and she is so smart. So smart. My daughter's 42. Wow. So Smoky. Makes you feel old, we had a granddaughter before our son, so kind of unique to have a older granddaughter than my son, so it's exciting. Yeah, I appreciate everybody subbing. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys can see my setup back here. I'll move my phone because I'm not going to move the laptop, but I got a new tarp. I got a gear top 17 by 13, I believe, tarp, or 17 by 10 gear top tarp. I got a gear top lightweight, I think it's a 30 or 40 degree underquilt. And then I've got my hanging high hammock for tonight. Then I got 4 tarp poles, just Amazon, I think, or Temu, Chinese green elephant knockoffs, I guess you'd call it. They're not really, they're just like green elephant, but they just, I can't remember the name of them. But let's get this video started. I've got music to it and everything, but I'm going to pause it in between because it's only like 2 seconds in between each slide so we can go over what it is. And let me know if you guys will be able to see the prices and everything. I think I might be able to zoom in on them if I can. Okay, let me get my screen up where I can see it. All right, let's see if this works. Can everybody see the price and everything, or do I need to zoom in on that price and everything? Let me know if you can see that. First item, obviously, with hot tent camping, is a hot tent. It's random. I've got Walmart again. I've got Amazon. I think that's all I stuck to this week because I kind of ran out of time. There's a few really good deals on hot tents. I'll probably hit it again in early fall, maybe early to late fall. I might hit another video again of some really good deals. Usually right before winter hits, they'll really clearance them off. But I did find some good deals on hot tents. So I don't know if my chat's gonna work. I don't know if I'll be able to see chat with it full screen or not. Don't hit any cones, Shy Guy. Yeah, Chris, be careful on the way home. Can you guys see the slide? I don't know if you guys can see the prices and everything. I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna have to zoom in and zoom out, I think, on the. Let me see if I can do something else. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to, how's the best setup for doing this live. Where you can see the slideshow and me both. Okay, that's this. Let's see here. Nope, don't like that. I like that view. Can you guys see that? Cone's a very important role, Shy Guy. I don't know if you guys can see that. We've got it's a dandelion shell hammock hot tent with a stove jack. It's pretty cool. Of course, I've got to put a hammock hot tent because I love hammocking. And if I get a hot tent, which I probably will for this winter, I'd like to get one. I'm going to get a hammock hot tent, obviously. I haven't decided. I really want a pellet hot tent stove. So I couldn't find any really good deals on some pellet hot tent stoves this time, but that's probably what I'll heat mine with is a pellet stove instead of a traditional hot tent stove. But this is a really good deal. It's normally $189.99. It's $159 on Walmart, actually. Pretty good deal. I thought it looked like a good deal anyway. I didn't know what you guys can think. Let me know if you guys can see that okay. We can see it. Okay. I didn't know if you could see it because last week you had a hard time. Everybody had a hard time seeing it. So what I did was I took everything off of my phone since I was going to do vertical, and I hoped it would turn out better this week. I like that hammock hot tent. Yeah, I do too. I wish I could get the comments to work while I have this up. I can't see the comments while I have this up. But yeah, that hammock hot tent I thought would be a really good idea for my setup. I could kind of put my my one wind setup with the rain and storm mode and down close to the ground. I could kind of make a hot tent out of my setup, but I don't really want to do a wonky setup. I want to get if I'm going to do a hot tent, I want to do it right with actual hot tent for my hammock. So this is one of the ideas. This isn't the exact one I'm looking at. I'm kind of looking at a few others. There's a One Tigress hammock hot tent that I really like. There's a Nature Hike hot tent, hammock hot tent that I like. There's a couple other brands that I like, but I thought this was a really cool setup. $159.99. It's normally $189.99. I think it is. Save $30. So good deal, real good deal. That tent is the same as the One Tiger Stigman, except the windows. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks exact same. It's kind of why I put it on there. It's kind of like the one I like from One Tigers. I think Tony from Random Adventures 2.0 has that one as well. I really, really, really like that. I don't know really about the window in this one. Obviously, I'm sure you can zip it up. It'd be kind of cool if it got hot, and it'd be an easy way to vent it out. So I do kind of like that idea, and you can see out of it better when you're in your hammock because I like waking up to the sun. So I don't know. You got a pellet stove last year and haven't tried it yet, Den. Well, let me know how you like it and which one did you get? Yeah, I'm wanting something that I can, the pellet stove that, um, oh, trying to remember the channel's name. Um, Bomb Outdoors, Kenny. He got a pellet stove. I think it was last winter, the winter before last, and it'll run 8 to 10 hours on low. So, not that I really need a hot tent to keep me warm while I'm sleeping. That's not. I probably won't use it much while I'm sleeping. If I do have it on, it'll be on the lowest setting possible. Um, I want it for mainly when I'm up lounging or in the morning cooking breakfast or whatever and want to warm up when I'm getting dressed or whatever. That's pretty much what I want a hot tent for. Not to actually keep warm while I'm sleeping, because that's why I rely on my sleeping gear. Nancy, welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for stopping in. We're just started talking about hot tent camping. This hammock hot tent is the first item, so you guys aren't too late. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, Ken. I appreciate you coming in. Sorry if I missed anybody else that snuck in behind or through and I didn't see. Glad you guys are all here. But yeah, Randy gave me the idea last week to I got to keep my eye on my mosquito coils. Mosquitoes are kind of thick out here tonight, so when I'll have to relight some of those when these burn down. But yeah, I'm gonna get my lighter while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Randy last week was mentioning that he would like to see some hot tent stuff, so I got some good deals tonight. I was gonna have my mic set up on, but it wouldn't work. Let me use my phone as a webcam and my mic adapter in my phone port at the same time, so I couldn't use my mic. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right, got that ready. Next item, let's go to the next item here. Wood stove is good for keeping you busy. Yeah, I'm not too worried about keeping busy. Um, I don't know, I like relaxing. That's why everybody likes splitting the wood and cutting the wood and all that. Nah, I'm not into all that. I like setting up pellets. I'd like to set up a pellet stove, and if I want it to run, like it'll run, 6, 8, 10 hours, whatever, solid, and I don't have to get up in the middle of the night and stoke it if I wanted to run it. But like I said, I probably won't run it, so it really doesn't matter how long it runs for me. Hey, Daniel, appreciate you coming in tonight, my friend. Just talking about some hot tent camping. I know a lot of us here like doing it. I've done it with other people. I don't have a hot tent myself. I mean, you can use a buddy heater or whatever inside a regular tent. I've done that many times in camper shell and different ways of camping. But I've hot tent camped with Randy with those Arts Great Adventures and with my uncle and a few friends, but I've never had one myself. So I'm looking forward to getting one for my hammock. Appreciate you being here, Daniel. I'll be back. The wife wants ice cream. Hey, making the wife happy with ice cream is very important. Sports video. Please go see when you leave here. Yes. Yes, we'll have to go look at that for sure. Ice cream. By saying hi. I love wood hot stove, but that's because I'm cool. Randy's cool. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people love it, man. There's so many people on YouTube that absolutely love hot tent camping. Yeah, I'm not into processing firewood and all that. If I'm going to do that, I want a big rip roaring open fire. That's what I like. I do like the ambiance, the look of and be able to cook on a hot tent stove. I do like that idea. So let me go to the next slide here. Another Vever is a good brand, pretty decent. This is a lot like Oh, there's a couple tents. It's it's a lot like there's one Tiger's tent. I think there's a nature hike tent similar to this. There's several different brands. This is one particular one that Walmart had. Bever's a pretty decent brand, 4.4 on the reviews. Um, it runs normally $144 and it's $76.86. I thought that was a killer deal. It's pretty small, obviously. One, you wouldn't have a lot of room in it, but if you wanted to start out, I figured for a budget friendly starting, you wouldn't have to have a rip roaring fire to keep you warm. It's low profile. It'd be easy to keep this warm. Um, Thought it was a really good deal. It says two person, but you know how that goes. It'd be one with a little bit of gear. Um, but I thought it was a really good price. Really good price. And it's a pretty decent brand. They have some pretty good stuff. So um, I thought that was worth posting. Um, Very good deal, especially if somebody's wanting to start out and they don't want to spend an arm and a leg on hot tents. That's kind of what these camping gears are geared towards. Because everybody that's seasoned and likes more expensive gear, you already know where you're going to get that stuff, and you already know that stuff. It goes on sale once in a while, but not like the budget-friendly stuff goes on sale more and is more affordable. So, I wanted to lean more towards that for everybody. I do love it though. Yeah, I do too. I do love I love, especially when I'm with somebody else and it's a good experience and you can, when we did that live, you, me, and Matt uh, at the Bushcraft Meetup Winter Camp, that was cool doing a live in your hot tent. That was really fun. You haven't hot tent camped since you was in the military? Dang, it's been ages. Wow, Ronnie. Yeah, that's been a while. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's I'll be able to, if I get a pellet stove, I'll still be able to cook on it. And the pellet stove I like, it has an oven in it too, which I don't eat bread anymore or anything, but I could still heat things up or whatever. But Kenny's made cookies and pizza and different stuff, biscuits and stuff in his oven. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've never camped in a hot tent, just bundled up in my hammock. Yeah, Daniel, that's pretty much what I do too. Um, like I said, I probably won't ever use the stove at night because I would get way too hot in my setup. Because I could bring my summer, sleeping setup for my hammock or not even have an underquilt if I wanted to rely on the heat from the stove. But I like having my set up so I don't have to think of putting something in and taking it out when I do go out just in my hammock. So I think I'll, just use it for when I'm lounging, sitting in the chair and getting up in the morning, getting dressed, fixing breakfast and coffee, whatever. I think that's the better idea for me anyway. Welcome in, Jay. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you for coming in. We're just on the second item here on the video of items. We're doing hot tent camping, obviously, by the thumbnail everybody's seen. So just not good in a wind. I'm almost home. Great, Chris. I'm glad. Hope you made it safe. Yeah, but this hot tent I thought was a pretty cool deal, pretty good deal. And if I missed some of you guys' comments, forgive me because in full screen mode for me to be able to see the slide, I can't see the comments. So I'll come in and I'm going in and out of the full screen to be able to see. I'm going to move on to the next item. First item was a hammock hot tent. This was the first actual hot tent. So let's see what the next item is. Another hot tent. Obviously, Walmart was partial to Vever this time. The things that were on sale, anyways. They have other brands, obviously, but I'm geared. This video, obviously, always for gear deals. This is a really nice TP style. It's similar to the one that Sager Creek Outdoors Matt used to be two guys in the Ozarks. This is similar to the one he has. Really cool tent. It looks like $90. It's not really great deal on sale, but it does save you $12.40. I mean, that's not too bad of a savings for $77.59. Anything under $100, I feel, is pretty budget friendly for most people. Um, you can Klarna or Affirm, or there's plenty of Afterpay. There's plenty of programs that you can pay for payments interest free. It's kind of like layaway on any site now. So I figured pretty budget friendly, uh, 4 payments of virtually $20, and you could have this and have not pay any interest. You don't have to worry about having a credit card. Um, but yeah, this would be a really good for, it says 2 persons, 1 person, obviously. I mean, 2 people on the ground with no gear. Yeah, you'd have to set up another tent for gear or what have you. But if you're hot tent camping, 9 times out of 10, you're pretty close to your vehicle, so you could leave your gear. I mean, you could make it work. It would with a stove though. Nah, I don't think it would work at all. 1 person, but I think it's a pretty good little tent. I don't know what you guys think, but especially for somebody just starting out, not wanting a big tent and spend $300-400 on a big hot tent. Let's see here. Then, bye, little Smokey. Sorry I missed you saying goodbye. God bless you too. Let's see here. What else I missed? Here in Southwest Oklahoma, I'll probably need a AC in my winter hot tenting. That would be my luck. Yeah, it's probably going to be a mild winter. Hopefully not for your sake, so you can get you a really good hot tent camping in for this your first winter. That'd be awesome. I was going to say, aren't we all camping in hot tents lately? Yeah, Randy mentioned last week that he thought it'd be good, and it's just right around the corner. We're in August, obviously, but it's just a couple more months here until we could actually have hot tent weather. So right now is a good time, the best time to buy hot tent camping equipment. I know a lot of people are thinking hot tent camping, it's 100 degrees, it's 90 degrees, but yeah, I wasn't going to actually hot tent camp. I want to be ahead of next month is deer season, and it's virtually 2 months away from cold weather here. So, I want to be able to get this out for people and talk about it for people that want to get an idea, maybe that hasn't had the idea of hot tent camping, if they want to try, and items that they can, look at getting and starting out. That way you can get something reasonably priced. And if you don't like it, you can pass it on to somebody else or sell it, and you're not out a bunch of money. Yeah, buy off season. Plus, just getting your plans. Because buying these things, yeah, it doesn't take a couple months to get them in, but you still want to get it in. You still want to be able to set it up at home in your backyard or whatever, and try it out at home before you take it out. You want to burn in your hot tent stove before you go out. You want to get your cook gear. You want to get your sleep system set up. And that may take you a couple months, money wise, financially wise, to get the setup that you would like to start out with. You really don't need a lot of extra gear that you don't already have if you already camp in the wintertime. Virtually, the hot tent and the stove itself is virtually really what you're going to need. You may need a hatchet, you may need a saw. You should already probably have a cot if you tent and if you camp in tents. I can't even talk tonight. If you camp in tents already, you may already have a cot. You should already have warm sleeping bags, gear to sleep in. But still, it takes a little time to build afford. The stoves and the tents aren't cheap, so that way it gives everybody a couple months to get some gear rounded up. I thought that was a good idea. But I'm going to move on to the next item. Obviously, it's going to be another hot tent. And I'm going to post this video after the live, so if everybody can see. I know you can go back and watch the live, but the lives are usually longer and harder to skip through. So I want to go ahead and put the short video out again so people can go through the video and see the items quicker that way. But this is a really cool, another Vever. Um, Vever had a lot of sales going on Walmart's website this week, so that's kind of why I'm not favoring them by no means, but they do have pretty decent gear. This is a really cool looking tent. It's interesting. Um, Definitely one person, but it's almost a bivy style. I would really, if I was going to get a tent, this is really cool. I was thinking, um, pretty low profile, so this would be really cool to try. I would like to try. It's on sale, $53.24 on sale. It's normally what, $152. 99.66 is a pretty good deal. Anything under $100 I feel is a pretty good deal. Yeah, definitely small. But boy, it wouldn't take much to heat it at all. It really wouldn't. And of course you can't stand up in it, but if you're looking, camping with Champion, man, you could stealth camp, or Hammock Mountain Daniel, you could stealth camp on in a hot tent. you definitely have the smoke to deal with, but I thought, that's pretty cool. It's got a little awning on it. Pretty cool little hot tent, I thought, and a pretty good price. So that's why I wanted to stick this up there and see what you guys thought of that. It's not going to be ideal for a comfortable hot tent setup. Even if you have a kid wanting to get into hot tent camping, and you want to get it to try hot tent camping for you, to see if it's for you, and then you could give it to a kid, to have a hot tent. That's really cool to start out with. There's a lot of options, but I really thought it was a cool, almost bivy style tent. It's pretty small. That looks pretty tight for two people. Yeah, it's not going to fit two people. Most of these are one person. I do have a couple that are two people, obviously. But, if going into it, I would personally, if I was looking to have friends hot tent camp with me all the time, I'd probably get a 3 or 4 person, probably even bigger, maybe a 6 person. So that way you could fit 2 or 3 people real comfortable and a lot of gear. Pomali tent. Yeah, I thought it looked kind of like your Pomali, Randy. Yeah, that is a pretty cool tent. That's the one that you almost had carbon monoxide poisoning, or you may have a little bit, that last hot tent camp we went together on. Well, other than the Purple Rain camp, but the one before that. Can I ask a somewhat related question to everyone? Yeah, go ahead, Chris. I want to be able to stand up. Yeah, I would too, Nancy. Definitely want to be able to stand up. But if you was wanting low profile, or like I said, I just like the looks of it myself. I would love to have it. If I had the extra money and just to have it, it'd be kind of cool to try out. I like that. Some people sneak beneath newly constructed bridges and stuff camp until someone comes along, not naming any names. Yeah, it sounds familiar, Ronnie. That was a good video, by the way, Daniel. You were staying in a lean-to. What would you bring to sleep in? Would you sleep on the floor of a lean-to shelter? Yeah, I would sleep on the floor, or, well, if it's wintertime, I'd probably build a raised bed, and then I would have a closed foam cell roll mat, and then an air mattress. Is what I have done personally in the past. Yeah, I mean, you can just bring your setup like you do in a tent and sleep directly on the ground. But when you're in debris shelter, I definitely like raised beds to get you up off the ground. And, you don't have to worry about, especially if it's still a little warm, you don't have to worry about creepy crawlies as much, rodents and snakes and that type of stuff. But yeah, I would build a raised bed at the very least, or if you have options and you're close enough to bring a cot, if you have an ultralight cot that you could backpack in, I'd definitely bring a cot. But if you're doing a debris shelter, obviously you're going to want it all natural. So I personally would build a little raised bed. That's just my 2 cents. Plus, it gives the viewers something a little more interesting to watch. They like watching you bushcraft a raised bed and a shelter, so it makes the video more interesting to watch as well. Or what would you use to sleep in? Uh, oh, sorry, guys. A bivy tent? Well, yeah, you could do a bivy tent and a lean-to shelter too if you wanted to use another shelter. But if you're just sleeping in the lean-to and not another shelter, then I would definitely build a raised bed and sleep on the raised bed. Yeah, the one Tiger's Cozy Shack is what Herbert T Outdoors had at the Purple Rain Camp. That was a really nice setup. I do like that one. It's a little more than I want to spend, but I might spend that much on a one Tigers another one. So I don't know. We'll see. But it didn't open out on one side. Yeah, yours opened on the end, didn't it, Randy? I'm pretty sure it did. Ticks are definitely a concern. Yeah, that would be my big concern. I sprayed myself down tonight because we got quite a few ticks down here, out here. Um, but yeah, getting up off the ground is always a good idea. Um, if not, then if you're treated your clothing really good and sprayed down really good, then you could lay on the ground. But I'd definitely build a raised bed or something like that. I have to backpack in. Yeah, and you probably don't have an ultralight cot, so if you're going to build a debris, like I said, lean to, I would build a raised bed if it was me. Just a simple one. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Yeah, that tent is really cool, Dan. I really like that Cozy Shack. Yeah, that is a nice setup. That'd make a really nice hammock hot tent for sure. Let me go to the next item here because that one's not really ideal but it was a good buy, so that's why I put it on here. Next hot tent stove. So this is the first hot tent stove. Um, I think that's all the hot tents from Walmart that I've got. So I'm getting into the stoves, and then I think I put a few cots in as well. But this is a pretty cool little stove, red swing camping stove. Uh, Looks like it's normally $100. You save $40 right now, $59.99. That's a really good deal. It's not all stainless, but starting out for $60, that's pretty cheap stove. And I've seen several people use this stove on YouTube, so I know it's a pretty decent one. It's got 4.1 on the review, so it comes with all the flue pipe and the spark arrestor on for the outside, and gloves and tie out and screwdriver, damper. It comes with everything you'd need. So I figure that would be a pretty decent little stove for $60, especially to come with all that. That's a great deal. And it's a smaller stove. Yes, it opens at the end. You can open the entire side and turns into a canopy. Oh, that's right. That's not as expensive as expected from a wood stove. Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive, this one here. It's not super high quality, but it would last you for a long time if you took care of it and cleaned it out after every time. And yeah, I thought it was a really good price on the stove. Yeah, and like I said, I've personally seen a lot of other YouTubers use this one, so it's not total garbage. And the reviews reflect uh, that it's pretty decent quality. Even at $100, it's a pretty good deal. But $60 is a tremendous deal for any kind of wood stove. You can't even hardly buy the material and make one out of ammo can or anything like that for less than that. The time you buy all your parts and your pipe and all that. So yeah, you can't even hardly buy one or make one for that. So yeah, I thought that was a really good deal. I was pretty impressed with that. Several different companies make that. The Red Swing is not a brand I've heard of. It's obviously a Chinese company, but they sell these on Amazon. They sell these on eBay and other places. So there's different companies that make the same one. So, but this is a killer deal. $40. That's a big savings. I'm going to move on to the next one. I went with stainless the next one, obviously. If I'm going to start out with, I'm going to buy a little bit better. I would probably go with stainless just so I don't have to repaint it later and I don't have to worry about it rusting. Uh, Longevity, you're going to get longer life out of the stainless, obviously. There's nothing wrong with the painted one. You'd want to burn it in real good. Uh, you would want to paint it with high temperature paint later on down the road to keep the rust from forming. You're not going to be able to keep the rust from forming in the inside. Obviously, it's not going to last as long, but I mean, if you take care of it, it's going to last for a long time, even that cheap one. This one, normally, what, $215.99, you save $72. So this is even a better deal as far as savings. $143, pretty good deal. This comes with a carry case. It comes with pretty much everything as the other one did, but it's stainless. Looks to be a little bit bigger. Does have a damper, has an ashtray. So this would make a really good stove as well. You know, that's saving $72. That's a pretty significant amount of money. And I like the idea of it being stainless personally myself. Woodsman, appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I bet the gloves are tiny. Yeah. Yep. You would be right, Dan. Most all the gloves that come with Chinese equipment, usually are pretty small gloves. They're pretty tight. You could use pellets with both of these stoves. They have an adapter kit that you attach to the hole that unscrews on top, the top plate. They have a pellet adapter that slips onto that hole. So yes, you could use pellets with these stoves as long as they have those openings on top and they're the right size opening. I'm pretty sure it's a standard size opening if I'm not mistaken. Every hot tent stove I've seen, they're pretty much the same diameter hole on top. So, but yeah, you can buy a pellet stove adapter for these stoves. They do have some little racks. I've seen people have ideas that you can put inside your hot tent stove that get it up off the bottom of the hot tent stove. They have these little racks that you can pour some pellets on in and burn them on those, and the ash will drop down on the bottom of your pellet stove. You can make stuff yourself too. They have little baskets. If you could find a wire basket that would allow the ash to fall through, you could burn pellets in it, yes. But you would need plenty of airflow in there, and you would have to use a little metal shovel or something that you could put in there and dump more pellets in as it goes. You know, or you could place it directly above or below the hole, access hole, and drop your pellets in from above. So there are ways that you can burn pellets. I burn pellets in my twig stove, and then I have another twig stove that I drilled holes in the pan that's intended for alcohol, and I burn pellets in it as well, and it works really well. So as long as you have plenty of airflow around, it would burn pellets. Thanks for coming back, Ken. I appreciate you. Adam, appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Just talking about getting geared up for hot tent camping. Only a few months away for a lot of us. So deer season's coming up. So it may be cold enough in October, even into September sometimes, to double the hot tent camp. So trying to get ahead of the game, set good sales on hot tent, and giving people a few months to get some gear rounded up in case they want to hot tent camp this winter. That way they have time to save up some money. And like I said earlier, you know, the Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, PayPal, they all have 4-pay, 0% interest, 4 payments breakdown, so you can get you some gear and not have to pay for it all at once. So, and not have to put it on a credit card, or not have to, you know, you can get it all at once. You can get it and pay for it in 8 weeks. So, you know, there's your 2 months, and you can pay for it, you know, every 2 weeks for 4 weeks. I've got man hands. I need larger gloves. Yeah, I need, you know, I need at least medium to large, and I like my gloves to fit tight, but not super tight. Yep, Adam, future sheriff we have amongst us. Appreciate you guys being here. So I'm gonna move on to the next hot tent stove. I thought this stove was a pretty cool stove. Um, Stainless steel, saving $72 is I really like, and it's 4.4 in the reviews. So I think it'd be a good one to go for. Let me go to the next hot tent stove. So it's normally $108.99. You save $20.09, $88.90. So that's not too bad. Another stainless steel, similar to a lot of people you have used this one Bever brand on YouTube. I see it a lot for a cheap stove. I think Camping with Champion may have got this one. It may be a different brand, but it's this style that he used last winter. 88 bucks. I figure anything under $100 for a hot tent stove is a pretty good, you know, entry level starter stove. You know, it's a good idea. And stainless. 80-inch worth pipe. So yeah, it comes with gloves, comes with everything, carrying case, spark arrestor. It comes with everything like the rest of them. So I think that would make a pretty good hot tent stove too, starting out. You know, you could always get a one Tiger, so you can always get a, you know, better brand and spend $300 or $400 later on down the road. You know, one with nice glass side panels in it and where you can see it'd be nice. But just starting out, those things aren't necessarily needed. The glass doesn't retain the heat as well as like the metal would. So technically the full metal stoves would probably stay warmer a little bit longer than the glass sided ones. But if you're feeding the fire, you're wanting to look at the flames anyway. So that's why they have glass windows in the doors so you can still see, obviously. What's in your cart, David? Let's see, what is in our cart? We got something in our cart for grocery shopping this week, and I don't remember what it is. I don't remember. Nothing camping related. Something to do with toiletries or food, something, I don't know. We make a list every week on the website, on the app, and then as I'm shopping, I remove everything out, and the things we forgot or need, we add to the cart each week so we won't forget it. Kind of like our shopping list. Yeah, I wish I had something in the cart that I could buy. That's funny. Nobody has soft serve down here when I'm going to Autumn. We have local soft serve joint every day. Haha. Assumed everyone has had soft serve. Yeah, soft serve is amazing. I love soft serve. Like soft thimbles. Let's see here. I wish I was telling my mom who had born in that she could open a soft serve place down here. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Yeah, I like frozen yogurt too. I really like Brahms frozen yogurt. So good. Brahms is a local uh, ice cream place here, and their ice cream and their frozen yogurt is super good. But their soft serve is frozen yogurt, which is absolutely wonderful. Really good. All right, let's go to the next one. Get an ice cream truck. There you go, Chris. Let's go to the next hot tent stove. Nope, that was all the hot tent stoves for Walmart. I have some for Amazon later on. We're going to the cots now. Gave Walmart good enough chance here, so I'm going to start to the cots here. Yeah, you definitely want a nice cot. This one looks pretty nice. It's got 4.3 on the reviews. Camkey, I've heard of they have different camping equipment. $57.99 is a pretty good deal for this size of a cot. It's got a little storage pouch on the side. It normally runs $115.08. So yeah, we gave quite a bit for our cots. I don't remember what we gave. We got some Coleman cots, my wife and I. We gave quite a bit for them. I want to say they were around $100 a piece. So $57.99 is pretty darn good deal. They're heavy duties. hold up to 500 pounds. So I figured they would, this would be pretty hefty for anybody. So they had blue, but obviously it looks like they're out of stock of the blue. But gray, pretty neutral color. So I thought that was a pretty cool little cot setup. Looks pretty comfortable. Plus, you could add, an air mattress on top or another mattress on top if you wanted more cushion. Let's see here. Brahms is in Texas too. Yeah, Brahms is really good. Storm is about to roll through, so I may lose power. Gotta love Mountain Live. Yep, Ronnie, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully, pray that the storms aren't too severe for you and you keep safe tonight. And anybody else that's in storm's way, I know there's storms forecasted across the U.S. periodically in different spots, so I pray for safety for everybody tonight. I have one similar to this cot I use in the Suburban. It's nice. Yeah, I remember you seeing your video last year using that. That was a pretty nice looking cot, Ken. I have this cot. It's nice. You can get a basic one on eBay for under $40 without a cushion. I got a cushion for mine recently. That's awesome, Chris. I appreciate it. Appreciate for the advice. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty decent price. How long is it? Good question. I didn't get the specs for that. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. Look up the CamKey cot on Walmart's website. I figured everybody could jot down or take a screenshot of the items and look them up on Walmart. It takes a lot of time to get all the specs and everything. So I just watching Will during the day. I just didn't have time to. I don't have time. I barely have time to get the little screenshots of all the items. So yeah, forgive me. It seems like it's 70 some odd, 78, around 76, 78 inches. I'm thinking. Don't quote me on that, but most cots will fit 6 foot and under, or sometimes 6'2", 6'3" and under. Mine's long enough for me, and I'm 6'2". Well, thanks, Chris. I appreciate you. Cushion makes it 10 times better. My old back getting blown up Afghanistan and taking toll on my back. Man, I bet, Ken. Yeah, I definitely want a cushion. I have those memory foam room mats. Randy, Ozark's Great Adventures, has slept on them. So I'd probably get one without. I don't know. I might get the cushions. Being that price is a good deal, but I wouldn't necessarily need the cushions. I might save the money because I got some real nice memory foam mats for cots already. But I'm going to move on to the next one here. The next one's going to be another cot. And it's a 2-pack, pretty much the same cot. This is a really, really, really good deal, I think, for 2, especially if you have a significant other, husband, wife, a friend, or whatever. If you want to buy one and gift one, big, great Christmas present and birthday present, this is a killer deal because they're normally, $143.99 for 2. You're only saving $18, but for $125, I think that's close to what I gave for one of ours, if I'm not mistaken. For a lot of cots, they're close to that by themselves. So for 2 cots, yeah, that's a real good deal. Real good deal. 4.3 on the review. Pretty much the same cots, I'm pretty sure. This is a different brand. It says over 900 pounds weight capacity. Yeah, that's iffy. I wouldn't I wouldn't bank on that. Maybe the 500 like the other one said, but 900, that's probably combined between the both. 450 pounds a piece to be more realistic. But obviously you can see the different colors they have. Different prices though. But for $125.99, I wouldn't care if it was hot pink. Yeah, I would, but I mean, that's a pretty good deal. My next mat would be one of the 4 to 6 inch ones that roll up like a sleeping bag. Yeah, those would be so nice, so nice. I've got something coming this week in the mail that I'm excited to unveil for some future trips coming up. I don't want to say what it is, but I'm pretty excited. It's something I've been wanting for the longest time, and I'm going to use this winter. So really looking forward to it. I'll use it all year long, but definitely going to use it all winter long. I'm looking really forward to it. So I think this cot's pretty cool. I'm going to go on to the next item, probably another cot, I'm pretty sure. So if you guys want to go back and take screenshots, or like I said, I'm going to post this video after the live's over if anybody wants interested in any of this gear. Another cot. This is exactly like my Coleman cot that I have that I spoke of earlier. My wife and I have exactly like these. These aren't Coleman, but same exact cot. Really comfortable. They're pretty high up off the ground, high enough you can put backpack and gear underneath of it. That's what I like. 4.2 on the reviews. These are only 73 inches by 36, so they're pretty wide, but they're a little shorter. So definitely keep that in mind. Ours are the khaki color like this. I really like that. They're normally $50.99. So you save $14, $36.99. So that's a pretty good deal. I will warn you, these type are a little harder to put together. So for somebody that's not quite as strong, some ladies, my wife has a hard time putting the last stretcher, what I call stretcher end pole in, the last pole. It's pretty tough to stretch that canvas across. So they're not the easiest to put together, but they're really comfortable. This is real inexpensive. I've never seen them this cheap per cot. It's a really good deal. So I was excited. Even that $50 is a good deal for full price. So at Walmart, being an no name brand one, that's probably why. But I can tell you, it's probably exactly like the Coleman I have. It looks identical. So, and the reviews are 4.2. So I'm sure it's a good deal. You could get almost 4 of them for the price of the 2 other cots. You're not going to have the cushions. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, I appreciate it. Ken, thanks for reminding everybody. Yeah, it is a lot of work. I wish I had time to go into more specs, capturing the specs and everything of all the gear and everything. But there's so many review videos, and with these screenshots, I figure people can go to the websites and look up the specs for themselves. If you're really interested in this, you're going to go look at it anyway. So I figured people can look at the specs for themselves. No cushion. Yeah, no cushion, but most people have cushions already. And if you don't, you can just buy cushion. I bought my memory foam mat cushion separately for mine. So at this price, you can afford a decent cushion too. So that cushion one's a great deal. Yeah, somewhat. Right now, I've seen a 3-inch memory foam cot cushion for $40. So it's still a better deal than that. Well, that 57 is, yeah, definitely the best deal, I would say. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably the best deal. You have a product unboxing video? Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I've got several products I've got to review, and I don't have to review them for any monetary reasons, but I just got new gear. When I do another camping video, I'm gonna show some new gear. I've got a lot of new gear over the summer. This one is similar to the military cots, and there's a trick to getting the last crossbar. And yeah, I figured it out myself, but it's not easy. Even for my wife, it's not easy even showing her the trick. But yeah, the trick is definitely worth figuring out for sure. So I'm gonna go to the next item real quick, but that's a killer deal for that type of cot. That cots, they're good cots. All right, moving on to Amazon. First hot tent from Amazon. It's a pretty cool one. 16.5 feet canvas bell tent. I love bell tents. Really cool tents. I would, if I had $500 to drop on a hot tent, I would really be interested in this one here. This one is 21% off. It's normally $630. These tents are real expensive. Any kind of a bell tent is usually pretty expensive, even a cheaper one. And I consider this one to be a cheaper one. At $500, it sounds like a lot, but for this tent, it's pretty cheap. 21% off. Pretty cool deal. 55 inches high, not super high, but that's good for heating purposes. A taller tent is going to take more to heat it, so you're going to have to get a bigger stove or run a smaller, wide open, a lot more to heat it, especially when you wake up in the mornings or whatever. But yeah, this one has plenty of ventilation. If you wanted to use a big buddy heater or something like that too, it's got plenty of ventilation if you didn't want to use a hot tent stove. And you can fit quite a few people in this one. So I thought it was a pretty cool deal. If somebody's interested in a big hot tent for group camps, be perfect for deer camp, like our Purple Rain camp, if it was warm and cool enough to use a hot tent. I saw a pop-up gazebo that's like an ice fishing tent, but huge. Yeah, those are cool, Chris. I would love that. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, Nancy, I think it's pretty cool. Your product review is an obligation for the product, but well worth it. Yeah, if it's to get the item for free, yeah, it's definitely worth it. That's why I'm enjoying. I got a lot of my new gear from the Walmart review, the Premier Reviewer program that Walmart has. I've gotten a lot of cool gear and a lot of gear for the house that's not camping related, things for Will and things for us for the house. I got my pool robot for our pool I got from the review. So it's a pretty good program. I've been enjoying it a lot. I'd really like, yeah. Kodiak canvas tents for deer camp. Yeah, 1 or 2K. Yeah, peace. Too rich for my blood. Me too, Ken. Yeah. Yeah, those Kodiak tents are really, really cool. I'd like to have one as well. But this one's really good price and decent. I did not capture the reviews on this one. I don't remember if it didn't have any reviews, but it seems like I looked up the reviews and they were decent reviews on it. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I'm going to move on to the next item. Next item, we got another hot tent from Amazon. Of course, we switched to Amazon for all those that didn't hear me say, yeah, we're Amazon. The first group of items are all Walmart. This is Amazon. So I geared towards, I don't favor Amazon and Walmart, one or the other. I know it's budget friendly. eBay is too, Temu and AliExpress and eBay, but these two are really budget friendly and they have really good deals all the time on camping gear. So I want to get people the best deal and still have quality products. So that's why I go with these two. I'm not getting anything off these showing these items. So this is a pretty cool TP style hot tent. 4.0 on the 4 stars on the review. 4-person, probably 2-person, 5-pound lightweight. That's pretty lightweight for a hot tent. 73 inch. Does it say 73-inch standing room? That's pretty awesome. I don't have the price on this screen. Olive in the collar. The next screen will be the price. Amazon stretches it out where you can't capture the price in with the picture and the description. So pretty nice. Be good for hunting. Pretty tall to stand up in. For It'd be good for one person for deer camp for sure because you can stand up, change in it. Uh, I'm gonna go to the next screen real quick and show the price. Next price, you can see the tent, but you couldn't see the description, so that's why I did two shots. $155. It's normal 163, 165. I can't really see that too good on the out here, but I thought that was a pretty good price. It's only 6% off, but pretty decent price for a hot tent. $155. Definitely, I would consider that entry level, um, and it would probably make a pretty decent hot tent if you're into the teepee style. Um, I don't think I personally would like the teepee style that great, um, but it'd be okay. Definitely be good for starting out. Um, I would kind of like a dome style hot tent as really, and they have some really cool instant pop up hot tents that are really cool now that I'm looking at as well. So I haven't really decided if I definitely would like to have start out with a hot tent a hammock hot tent, and then maybe later on down the road get an instant pop up hot tent or something. But yeah, that's a pretty cool deal. Pretty good deal on a teepee style. Sorry, it takes me a while to switch back to the chats where I can see the chats. I'm back. That looks like a yurt. Yeah, it does look like a yurt. Kind of like it, Ronnie. Yep. Welcome back. I appreciate you being back. Thanks. Power wasn't out very long. Well, I'm glad it wasn't out, Ronnie. Glad you didn't lose power. Well, let's get ready to go on to the next item here. Next item. Next item is another bell style tent, or like Ronnie says, yurt looking. This is really nice looking tent. Bell tent, yurt, same type of, they're the same thing. This is 4 stars on the review as well. Pretty good reviews. 8 feet, 8.2 foot, really nice height. Very spacious. 4 season. It's 13.1 by 16.4 feet. So pretty roomy. I would say be real roomy for two. You could squeeze 3 in there, but I'd fit 2 in there so you'd have plenty of room for wood and gear, food, that type of stuff. I always put my food in my vehicle. I never keep my food in my tent or a cooler, especially if you're around where bears are at. But I mean, you can cook in there and then clean up really good, but I don't I don't store my food in my tent. I'm gonna go to the next screen real quick to get the price. It normally is $250. It's on sale for 16% off, which drops it down to $209.99. That's a pretty good price for that size of a tent. Um, I feel that it's a little more than entry level, but this would make a great deer camp tent. Make a super nice tent for that. So I was pretty excited to see this one. I really like the bell tents more than just the teepee style because it virtually gives you more height. I thought that was pretty cool. I want to get an instant abandoned concrete structure. Yeah, that would have been cool, Chris. I have the very first one you showed from Walmart. Sorry, I'm actually hitting the show the comments. You had the very first one you showed, the Walmart One Tiger Sigmund version. It's nice. I let Billy from Tulsa use it last winter, and he wants to buy one for hammocks. Yeah, I would like to have one as well. Nice looking, nice looking tent. Is that canvas? I believe so, Ronnie. I believe it is canvas. That's why I was pretty excited about it. Let me go back to the other slide. Pretty sure it is. Doesn't say. Looks like canvas to me. Pretty sure. If it's not, it'd still be a pretty decent deal. But most of these bell style yurt tents are usually canvas. Some of them are not. But I'm not 100% positive. I wish I would have got that. But yeah, anybody can take a screenshot and look up these items and see if it is. But yeah, it's a good price, real good price. I'm going to move on to the next one real quick. We don't have a tremendous amount tonight, so I'm going to try to speed through these faster so I can get through. This Red Camp is another hammock hot tent. I really like this style. I like the open, the screen doors on the ends and the sides. I think this is a really cool 4.4 on the reviews. Looks like a really cool hot tent. I like this one even better than that One Tiger style. I know it's similar, but I do like the option for the screen on the doors and the sides. I think that's really cool. Lets more light, more ventilation options. Because if the wind's blowing and rain from a different direction, you have different options of opening your vents up. So I thought that was a pretty cool looking tent. Let me move on to the next slide for the price. It's normally $140. It's $129.99, 7% off. Pretty cool. They got it in khaki and modern. Looks like olive color. I would opt for the olive color if it was me, but whatever you like. I think it's a really good option for a hot tent. Really nice looking tent. $129 is another good buy for a hammock hot tent. And just because they're hammock hot tents doesn't mean that you can't use them for a regular hot tent. Because the first time Tony from Random Adventures 2.0 camped in his, he camped in a cot and used it as a hot tent. He didn't even camp in it with his hammock. So you can use them for a regular hot tent. And Dan from Herbert T. Outdoors used his as a tent. He didn't use a hammock in camp. So they work good for either or. Really good price, super good price. And this one, like I said, is like the bell tents. You can vent it really, open it up really good. You could use it in warmer weather too, which is a great option. You wouldn't have to just use it for winter camping. So I thought it was a really, really cool, unique looking tent. Amazon has some really good deals this week on these. At a window, yeah. I wish it did too. That would make it so much nicer. I have that one in my Amazon cart. Yeah, I really like it. I was kind of leaning towards this one too. I've got like 3 hammock hot tents I like. I think I'm leaning more towards this one, but I'm not sure. I think it just went up $20. Did it just go up $20 then? Thanks for that info. Yeah, and that's at the time of I took these prices last night before I went to bed, so it probably went up this morning. But yeah, and it can go up in an hour. The prices can go up. We may go up after this live, and it may went up again. So you never know. But yeah, even for $20 more, still a decent price, I think. Hey, Stealth Camping Sweethearts, Ashley and Michael, appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by. Just going over some hot tent stuff and giving people ideas. Hot tent camping is only a couple months away, so we're getting excited, and I want to give people ideas and options to get stuff now. Like I said earlier in the video, I love the options for Affirm and Klarna and Afterpay. PayPal has pay in 4 payments, no interest. Really good deal for people, kind of like layaway. Gives you 2 months to pay for gear to get it paid for before hot tent camping season starts. I showed a bivy style hot tent earlier that I thought would be a cleaner burning alternative like pellets or something. You could even hot tent camp, stealth camp. I thought that would be really cool. But yeah, pretty cool little hammock hot tent here. Stealth Camping Sweethearts, they hammock camp as well. So go if you guys. I know most of you guys are all subscribed to them, but if you have not seen their channel, please go check out their channel and my channel. Obviously, um, that's why I'm gonna make. Well, I can't make Stealth Camping Sweethearts a moderator because I'm on StreamYard. So um, if you guys come in another one of my lives when I'm on YouTube live, I'll make you guys a moderator. I don't have my tablet with me, or I'd make you a moderator. But please check out everybody's sites and subscribe to each other, please. But they have a great stealth camping and regular camping channel. I love their personality. They're so much fun to watch. Ashley, I'm not the only one that says it wrong, Ashley. Let's see here. I think we were froze for a second. Yeah, I don't. I'm way out here at my base camp, so unfortunately, it's gonna freeze once in a while. I hope not too much. They're so cute together. Yeah, they're pretty cute together. I had told my wife she had to camp with me more and get on video with her and Will, but she's pretty camera shy, and I don't blame her. My signal for my Wi-Fi way out here in base camp is real. I'm lucky I even got signal out here. So I was thinking about using my hotspot on my phone. I probably should have, so it'd be more stable. If I have to switch over to my hotspot, I will, but I hope not. Hopefully, it doesn't freeze in it too much. But I'm gonna move on to the next item. I thought this hot tent, hammock hot tent was a good, cool deal. Next item. Next item is another TP style hot tent from Amazon. 4.4 on the reviews. 2 to 4 person. I would say 2 person at max. Probably 1 person with gear. Uh, Pretty nice looking tent. I'm going to go to the next slide because it shows the price, but I wanted to show you the review and the description. I'm going to let it go. Comes in brown, green, and the prices vary. Prices was $135 last night, 14% off. It normally runs for $159, so that's a pretty good deal as well. Pretty decent. I know a lot of people like the TP style hot tent. I kind of like it too. Definitely won't be my first option if I get a regular style tent. But I figure even if I get a hammock hot tent, I really don't need to get a regular hot tent because I will just use my hammock hot tent as a regular tent as well. So unless I just absolutely can get a instant canopy, instant style hot tent through Walmart review or something, um, I probably won't get a second hot tent. Maybe if it wears out and I need to upgrade and don't want a hammock hot tent and want to go to a regular hot tent, but I always want to have the option to be able to use it for a regular tent or with my hammock. So a hammock hot tent for me makes more sense. But yeah, this is a pretty good looking hot tent as well. I gotta go now. Look. Alrighty. Yep. You gotta take care of the dogs, don't you? I think that's a pretty cool little tent. And the TP style hot tents normally are a little cheaper, so that's kind of why I geared a lot of these, put a lot of these TP style on here for entry level people that can afford a little bit cheaper hot tent. Pretty good deal. I'm gonna move on to the next one since we showed a couple other TP hot tents. Like I said, I'm gonna post this video after the live again, like I did last week, so people can go back to the short video and find the products faster and look them up easier. Another hot tent stove, similar to the one that I showed at Walmart, the first one I showed for Walmart. This is a little different. The legs fold out a little bit different. Does have the stainless steel flue pipe, the gloves, spark arrestor, the ash scraper. Looks pretty good, pretty decent. It's got 4.3 on the reviews. It's by Avo Forest, however you pronounce that. 7 stainless steel chimney pipes. Looks pretty good. It's got the opening. If you wanted to buy the pellet stove adapter, you could buy and use with this stove as well. Got the side racks. Looks pretty decent. Let me move to the price in the next part of the video here. I like the video better than the slides. Seems to work a little smoother. I think you guys can read everything a little bit better. Comes in white. I don't know why. I don't know if white means stainless. I can't really tell if that's actual white. I don't know why you'd want white, but if it's stainless, that's a good deal. Black. 109 for black's not too bad. It normally runs, well, you can get it with a coupon last night for $99. There was a coupon down here at the bottom for $99 last night. I don't know if it's there today. Like Den pointed out, that the hammock hot tent went up $20 from last night. I made this video last night. So, yeah, and right here they're showing that 0% interest deal every 2 weeks for 4 payments for $27.50 of every 2 weeks. So that's pretty good deal to be able to get you some decent gear. 120, $99. If you can still get it for $99, pretty good deal. Like I said, anything under $100 for a decent hot tent stove. This is what 4.3 in the reviews, I think it was, or something like that. So pretty darn good deal. I feel. Let me turn on some light. It's starting to get dark. Turn on a little bit of light. I don't know if it's needed or not, but it's starting to get dark out here. There's a pretty thick canopy over me out here in base camp, so it gets darker in here quicker. It's still pretty light outside of camp. But I'm going to move on to the next one here shortly. Let me check on comments real quick. Prices aren't bad at all. Yeah, I didn't think so either, Ashley. Pretty good prices. And that's kind of what I gear towards. I know a lot of us are seasoned campers and everything, but even for me, starting out, I don't want to spend $400 on a hot tent and not know if I'm going to continue hot tent camping. Because with my tarps for my hammocks, they pretty much enclose around me for winter. So I don't have any options of really venting my hammock tarps other than being wide open. I don't have windows in it like the hot tent, hammock tent. So, yeah, I for me, even starting out, even though that I've camped all my life, I don't like spending a huge amount anyways. I'm pretty frugal when it comes to most things. I want decent quality, but I don't want to spend $400 on it if I can get one for $150 that's the same quality. You know what I mean? Most people are that way. Most people are conservative for the most part. There are some people that just are dead set on One Tigers or Nature Hike or name brand, which is nothing wrong with that. If you can afford it, by all means, get what you want and what's going to make you happy. 210, did you get the hanging high hammock tarp pole mod? No, I did not. I made my own, Ken. I should have made a video on that. And I kind of kicked myself for not doing that. I might make another set one of these days or take mine apart and do a video on it, but I made my own mod poles for mine that I can use on my one wind and my hanging high setup. So no, I did not. And by the way, if you want, nothing against Trevor. I mean, I like supporting Trevor. I would recommend they're only $60 for the mod poles at hanging high, but one wind's mod poles are only like 25 or $30 for a set of mod poles. So if you want to save a little bit of money, that's why I'm all about saving money. I would like to support Trevor by all means, and I get a cut of that if you use my code. But I like saving people money too. I like saving money, and I like saving you guys money. So One Wind does have some mod poles for half the price. Yeah, I mean, we're all on a budget, no matter what kind of money we make, what kind of jobs we have. Most people like saving money, you know. But yeah, this is another good. Yeah, thank you for using that code, Ken. I appreciate it. You've used the code. Ursa and Leo's used the code twice. I really appreciate when people use the code. If I forget to put the code in the video description when I do on my profile of YouTube, it's my code for hanging high. It's David HHH10 is the code, but it's on my profile on YouTube. If anybody ever wants to use my code for hanging high. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ken. I really do. Your product review has a code. That's cool, Chris. I'll be looking forward to watching it. I gave your code to Jim from Silver Wolf Stones of the Past, and he used it too. Oh wow, he did. Yeah, I don't remember getting anything from past you, so I don't know if he actually did use it or not. He might have, and I may have not gotten anything for it. I don't know. I'm gonna move on to the next one. That's a pretty cool deal on a hot tent stove. I need to speed up a little bit farther. Another hot tent stove, Bever brand. This one's, I think, exactly like the Walmart one. Same exact stove as the Walmart one. 4.3. I wanted to give the option for Walmart and Amazon in case I know there are people dead set against Walmart or dead set against Amazon. So if you don't like one or the other, buy it from one or the other. Same exact stove setup. I'll show you what the price is for it. $88. So pretty good deal. I believe it's a little bit cheaper on Amazon. I can't remember exactly what the price was on Walmart. Seems like it was over $100. So yeah, pretty good deal. I didn't capture what the original price was. I think this might be the everyday price for them. I'm not 100% positive, but that's a really good buy. $88. If that's an everyday deal, then pretty cool deal. Pretty cool deal. It shows you the dimensions here. They have here, and then they have a bigger stove for $170. So it gives you kind of more options on stoves. Like I said, if you don't like Amazon, go to Walmart and spend just a little more and support Walmart. If you don't like Walmart, buy it from Amazon by all means. I don't favor either one. I don't make anything off either one, so it doesn't bother me. It's not going to help me out one way or the other. I just trying to give you good options and save you some money. So I'm going to move on pretty quickly here since we have already showed this. This is Amazon's version or price. So I'll go to the next one. This one's a pretty cool one, Llama. It's 4.3 stars review. Comes with nicer gloves, obviously. Real nice stainless steel scraper. Spark arrestor, all the pipes. Looks good. Real good. Good reviews. I've seen this one on YouTube a couple times. I like the legs that fold out sideways like that really well. Looks like it'd be a pretty decent stove as well. I buy more from Walmart. I do too. I used to work for Amazon, so I don't really like Amazon. I do buy now if it's this tremendously cheaper on Amazon, I'll buy it anywhere if I save a bunch more money. If it's just a few bucks, I'll get it from Walmart because Walmart's more local for us here. Our headquarters is in Bentonville, Arkansas, which is only 2 hours from here. So it's I feel more at home. Old Sam Walton is the local uh, man of the Midwest here, so I kind of like supporting Walmart just because they are a local company for us here in the Midwest. Doesn't mean that I agree with everything. I don't get political and I don't take sides on the companies, whether they're good companies or not. You know, I'm about saving all of us money, including me. So, uh, but I do support Walmart as far as I am a Walmart Plus member. I'm not a Amazon Prime member, so I used to be. But Walmart, you get, a few more benefits than Prime. So, you know, each their own. But I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. I guess what I'm getting at. So I'm gonna go to the price here. This is pretty cool. So, getting off on a rant. $97 for this stove. Comes in black for $99. I don't know why you pay more for a black one than $97 for stainless steel, but if you like a black stove better, go for it. But $97 is a pretty good deal, and that looks like this is the everyday price. I know it's not on sale, but it's a good deal. Anything under $100, I figure is a good start for entry level hot tent stove. So I put a couple that was a little more expensive, so you could get a little bit better one if you wanted to. But I don't think there'd be anything wrong with these stoves. Only thing I could see that these don't have are the view windows, the glass on the sides that you could see the flames out the sides. Other than that, I mean, if you're just starting out, um, I don't think you're going to be real worried about ambiance so much starting off. But if you are, then by all means, get whatever hot tent stove you want. I'm just trying to give people ideas, trying to do a little bit of the footwork for people so they don't have to. I appreciate that when I watch other videos of other people giving me ideas, like Chris doing reviews and the outdoor gear review, Luke doing all what he does for his channel and saving me a lot of footwork when I see products that he reviews that I like. So cool, another stove. I'm going to move on. Just over $100, 102.87. I cut off the original price. It was originally I can't see, $108, I think it was. 5%, not a whole lot, but any savings helps. And like I said, it's around $100. So, and it's a decent looking 4.5 on the review. So that's pretty good. Comes with gloves and all the pipe. So pretty cool. Looks like it does come with an elbow. A lot of them don't come with elbows. So that might be an option if you have a lower, a tent with two stove jacks and there's a lower stove jack you want to use and you want an elbow. A lot of stoves don't come with the elbows. So that may be an option for you there as well. Kind of why I put this stove on here. Good price, and it comes with that elbow. They're not super expensive, but it does save you a few bucks. So if that's something you're looking for, I wanted to put that as an option out there for you guys. Little things like that help. I buy so much from Amazon. I think I might have my own delivery person. Yeah, that's kind of what Walmart feels because they use FedEx. So our FedEx drivers change a lot. We don't always have the same one, or our Amazon drivers. So, but I see the same Amazon and FedEx driver a lot for us here. I'm not a Plus member. I get my paper products delivered. Yeah, see just the Plus membership for us, just the delivery fee savings every time pays for our membership, and because we get pretty much all of our toiletries and a lot of food deliveries out to our house. They deliver all the way out here in the country for us, so that's pretty nice. I like the ambiance of the flame crackling in the window. Yeah, I would too. I would too, Ken, for sure. If I'm going to buy one, I'm going to get one with a window, but I'm just trying to give people the cheapest price possible. As soon as you go into those windows, the price goes up usually. You can find pretty decent prices on some with windows in them, but for the most part, the price goes up. I should turn my instant tent into a hot tent. I have a hole in it now. Yep, there you go, Chris. That's a good idea. I have been in a person's pop-up camping with the sidewalls and used a buddy heater. It worked pretty good. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good deal on a little hot tent stove. I'm going to move on since we've covered quite a few hot tents. We're going to go into sleeping bags here shortly. Here you go, Ken. Here's one with a nice Nature Hike. It's got 4.2 on the review. Nature Hike makes a good hot tent stove. I've seen several YouTubers use this actual particular hot stove here. Really nice stove. Got a nice little window. I don't remember if it's just on one side or both. I can't remember, but you can always look. Nice. It's the ice-filled hot tent stove. Pretty nice. It doesn't have real tall feet, so you might keep that in mind. You can always bring your own little rack or something, or set it up on logs or whatever to get it up off the ground. That's the only thing. I would put some kind of rack underneath of it, just so I wouldn't have to put a mat underneath of it to keep it from scorching the ground. Put some logs underneath of it, or a little metal rack, or something. I would put it up on something. But I'm going to go to the next screen and for the price. $139.99. I think that's an awesome buy for a Nature Hike product. It normally retails for $150, so 7% off. Pretty darn good deal. So you're saving about $10. Not a tremendous savings, but Nature Hike doesn't give big discounts a lot. So I believe for that nice of a stove, $140. That's, if I was buying a regular stove, that's probably what I would gear towards. I think it's a pretty nice looking stove, pretty decent size, it looks like, and a great price. So, and like I said, a lot of YouTubers I've watched have this particular stove, so they like it. So it's a nice stove. Hence kind of why I put it on here. I like it. I was a little partial to it. For one, I like the looks of it. For two, the price. Can't go wrong. I think that's pretty awesome. Put bricks under it. Yep, bricks, Ronnie, would be a great option as well. You'll understand after Friday's video. Yep. Of course, you'd have to get a tote them in unless someone's been building in the woods. Yeah. Yep. Some rocks. You can find some pretty decent rocks too to put underneath of it. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good, nice looking hot tent stove. Let me move on so we can get going here. We're a little over halfway through the video. Hot tent stove. So we're going into cots. Obviously, more cots. I went with cots and hot tents with Walmart, and I'm doing the same with Amazon. You got to have some cots. Now these are nice. These cots I like. I want to go more towards these cots because they're lighter weight. You can do low profile with these, and you can take the legs. You can use the legs or take the legs off if you want them higher for hot tent camping, or lower for stealthier options or bivy tents or just lower profile. I love these. 4.5 on the review. Really nice. Really nice. They're kind of like One Wind. They're kind of like Nature Hike. AOP. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's an off-brand, but it's similar to the One Tigers and the Nature Hike cot. Pretty nice. They're pretty lightweight too. So not too bad. I would definitely recommend these style. I don't have one yet, but I definitely want to get one just because our Coleman cots are heavier. So when I'm tent camping, we can go with these. And when I'm truck camping or whatever, little lighter weight ones are nicer. Mr. Algorithm is a pain in the booty. Yes, yes, 100% agree with that, Ken. Yeah, I've been looking to add this style as well. I really like the how small it packs down. I like how light they are. Hey, Vanessa, appreciate you coming in. Thank you, my friend, for stopping by. Just going over some hot tent deals for we're 2 months away from deer season here. Actually, 1 month away from deer season here, but the cold deer season we're 2 months out, 2 to 3 months out. So trying to get people deals on hot tent camping ideas because it's coming quick. That way you can put it on Klarna or Firm or PayPal for payment and get it paid off before hot tent season gets here. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, this is awesome style cot. I really like this style. Be nice for stealth camping. I'm going to move on to the next item. Sorry, I didn't even show you the price, guys. The price of that cot is $98. Good, that's a pretty decent deal. 13% off. It's normally $113. So, and they got green, khaki, and black. I didn't capture. Let's see. They have a bigger cot too, for tall for $148. But I don't know if the different colors are the same price or not. I didn't capture that. Sorry. If you're interested in the cot, I'd go look this up and see. I figure, if you're interested in the cot, you're going to go look at, see if you want one of the other colors. I kind of went with the neutral color black. $98 for that style is a pretty decent price. So now I'm going to move on. Sorry, I forget that Amazon spaces it out where you can't show everything in one shot. So I'm going to go to the next item. Another off-brand, but it's 4.4 in the review, 450 pounds. It's another heavy-duty, different style cot, similar to that Walmart one that Chris has got. Different style cushion. Pretty decent looking cot. Not bad. I like the wide stance. The only bad thing about these style cots is there's not a lot of open room like the Coleman cots or the other cots to put gear underneath. You can put smaller items, but for like a backpack or a duffel bag, you don't have a lot of room under these because of all the legs. That's the only drawback I can see of these cots. I used to have a cot similar to this before my wife and I got married, and that was one of the big drawbacks is you couldn't put a lot of stuff underneath of it. It had a lot of legs under here. I'm going to forward to the $53. It's normally 60, so you save 10%, which is pretty decent savings. That's a pretty good buy too. Walmart had a good price like that, and Amazon has a good price. So they have an extra large for 68, and the large is 53. So that'll give you a price difference for the two sizes. The extra large is big, so if you guys, both prices are decent prices. So if you guys are looking for a nice cot, I'd recommend this one or the one from Walmart. Either one, whichever one tickles your fancy the most. I was wrong. Red Camp Hot Tent is still $129.99. Thanks, Den, for that. I appreciate that. I'm looking at the Canvas Cutter version 3. Thanks for that info, Vanessa. Yeah, I would really like to try that style cot. I know I'll really like it. Looks comfy. Yeah, it does look comfy. It's well worth $60. Definitely worth it for 54. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ken. That's a pretty decent looking little cot. Pretty decent cot. I'm going to move on to the next one since it's similar to the other one we showed, but I wanted to show Amazon's version. Here's another style of the same cot. It looks like the same cot, but I might have put the same cot on here twice. I bet it's the same cot, actually. Let me forward to the price. Yeah, it's the same cot. I don't know why I put it on there twice. Let's do this one. There we go. Here's the next cot. Yeah, I thought that cot was on there twice. Well, I didn't catch it in my editing. I was in a hurry editing that video, but $98 for that cot is a really good deal. But I didn't catch it on there twice. Sorry, guys. This is a nice cot looking cot too, 4.7, pretty good reviews. 82 inches long by 32 inches wide. Pretty decent, 6'9". That's a pretty nice looking cot. Kind of like the Coleman style cot. You can get stuff underneath real easy. Good for storage. And that other version of cot, the $98 one, is up. If you put the legs on, it gets up high, and you can put quite a bit of gear underneath it as well. That's why I'm interested in it, because if you want it lower profile, you can put it low profile too for stealth camping or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool little cot as well. Let me go to the price next screen or next slide or whatever. $84. It usually runs $110, so 23% off. I think that's a pretty good fair price. Obviously, the Coleman style is a better deal from Walmart, and the one from Walmart or Amazon style for $54 is a really good deal. But if you're looking for storage space underneath the cot, I would highly recommend that, because especially hot tent camping, you want to put your backpack, you want to put your duffel bag for your change of clothes or what have you underneath your cot. It makes it so nice to put a little side table underneath, and you can slide it out at night for your phone and your battery bank or whatever you have, your drink at night. Really nice to have this storage space underneath for hot tent camping. That's why I gear more towards these style for hot tent camping, only because you really want to utilize all the space in your hot tent when you have other people with you. If you're by yourself, it doesn't matter. But if you're deer camping, or if you even got a second person, that little extra room makes all the difference in the world. Really does. I'm going to move on to the next item. Well, let me see. I'll check the comments real quick. I try to check the comments before I move on. 6.3, so long is nice. Yeah, that is a good length. 82 long, yep, that is real long. That extra large one on the cot prior is a really good one. And sorry if I missed some of the comments. I'm trying to get them all, but I'm trying to move smoothly through. 4.7 is a good rating. Yeah, I think so too. And you can read the reviews and tell if they're fake reviews or not. And I read a few of these reviews, and they seem like they're pretty legit. But I mean, that's the only thing you can go by if you don't know somebody has it, or look for a review video on YouTube. And that's what I recommend. When you're doing your homework, look up review videos on YouTube before you buy them. Make sure you can get all the information about it that you want. I say the cot in a tent of any kind, put a piece of something between the cot and the tent floor, or it will rip the floor. Yeah, good idea. Good idea, Ken. That's some good advice. Thank you. Heavy duty tarps at the floor levels. Yep. I take moving blankets from Harbor Freight, and I put all that down on the floor. It makes it nice to walk on barefoot, and when you're changing and everything. So I put like 2 or 3 of those, or at least one under each cot, but I put one out where I stand up on it. And even in my tents, I use a moving blanket. That's a kind of a good tip for somebody too, because they're wool inside too, and they're real warm. You don't step out on cold tarp or cold tent floors. So that's another hack, or kind of a tip that I always share with people. And you can use it as a insulative layer. Like I know Randy and I both use it on our cots for more insulation in the wintertime to keep you warmer. So moving blankets work out great, and they're good for emergency blankets if you get the big ones for in your car, that type of thing. Or if you have car problems and you have to get underneath your car, you can use it to lay down on, to crawl underneath your car. A lot of options for moving blankets. A lot of options for camping. Yep. Got to go, finding some great deals. We'll come back and rewatch. Have a good night, guys. Thanks, Ashley, for stopping by. Tell Michael we said hi, and And yeah, I'm going to post a short video of just the deals like I did last week every week. And that way you guys can check out the deals afterwards. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and have a good week. God bless you guys. I use the rubber squares that connect. That's a good idea too, Den. See, I love these lives. You guys all have great ideas. With the moving blanket, with the rubber feet, different options. I've seen people use the moving furniture moving pads. You know, the little discs. I've seen people use those on the feet, but yeah, the rubber feet would be a better option because they don't fall off and don't move. Good price. Let me move on to the next one. Okay, going into blankets, sleeping bags. This is a great deal. Rose feather. This is great. I've got a synthetic version type like this from One Win. You can make it into a sleeping bag for your hammock or your tent. It is a down camping blanket, 4.5 on the review. Wait, wait till you guys see the price on this. This is a killer deal for a down blanket. Very good reviews. Very decent size, 55 by 79 inches. It's not huge, but it's plenty big. You can make it into a poncho. You can make it into a sleeping bag, and it fits in a nice small stuff sack like my puffy blanket I have. Check out this price. $53.99. Now, that's amazing. It's only 1 pound, 1.6 ounces. It's very lightweight, very packable for your backpack, for stealth camping, for backpacking, for hammock camping. Very lightweight. They have, I don't know why this one's more expensive than stock, but $53.99 is a killer deal. They have midnight, they have gray and black as well. This is the sky blue price, is the $53.99. The $74.99 might be the different colored ones. It looks like it's the same size and same weight. 10% off. It's normally $60. Even $60 at a full price is a really good deal for a nice down blanket. You can cinch in the end to make a foot box for your to make it into a sleeping bag for your hammock or even a tent, whatever. Makes it really good. That's a very good price. Very good price. I gave $60, I think, for my One Win version, and it's a synthetic, but it's nice. Oh yeah, rubber squares line the floor of my minivan. Insulation cushion. Yes, Jay. Yeah, I seen that in your van. Plus, it helped keep your van floor still got wet, but it helps for spills and stuff as well. Don't show the price on the blanket. I don't need to upset my wife ordering it. Wow, that's a good deal. My favorite color too. Yep. Yeah, sorry, Ken. I just had to show it. Sorry, I didn't see the comment before I showed it, but I have to switch out of full screen because I can't see the prices and the writing on these. So I can't see the comments when I'm in full screen. It kind of stinks, but it is what it is. I'm making it work. But yeah, that's a killer deal. I'm gonna move on to the next item. Really nice fleece lined sleeping bag. I love the flannel look. I love that. Really, I know Woodsman likes that flannel look too. 4.4. King Camp is a pretty decent brand, camping brand. I've heard of them on they're on Amazon a lot for the camping gear. They make pillows, sleeping bags. They make all different kind of camping gear. This is an extra large sleeping bag, 4-season. The price is $54.14. That's a pretty darn good deal. It runs $60, which is a good deal at full price as well. 10% off is not a bad discount. This is the rectangular version. They have a rectangle and a rounded version for $59, and then they have a green for $56. So it gives you an option, different color options, different style option. I kind of like the rectangular. It doesn't bother me. If this was a lot cheaper, I'd get this. It doesn't bother me to have it rounded on top. I like mummy bags too, but these have more room. You can turn over and move around in these more. I like these style more personally. I do have several mummy bags. It's all good. She bought 2 purses this past weekend, so she can't get too mad. Ken, I like that. Me too. I really like that. I like it where it keeps me warm. Yeah, me too, Chris. I like rectangular better than mummy too, along with the flannel. Sportsman, I hope you have those purses was for you. Yeah, hopefully they're your color purses, Ken. I love my sleeping bag. I don't like that it's a mummy. Leave it open a lot. Yeah, I do too, Jay. That's an option too. A lot of times I get too hot, even in the cold winters. I get hot, and I usually don't have it zipped up all the way, so I usually just unzip it. I don't feel claustrophobic like a lot of people, but I get hot, so I usually open it up. So that's usually why it doesn't bother me to have a mummy style. My wife does not like mummy style sleeping bags at all. Let me move to the next one. It'll be another sleeping bag, I believe. We're getting close to the end, guys. It's a King Camp, which is a good brand. King Camp makes good equipment. 4.5 stars. It is an extra large bag as well. 100% flannel lined. Nice looking bag. They have different colors. Real nice looking. I like this brown. I really like it a lot. 75 inches by 33 inches. This is the coffee color. 5 degrees to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty good cold range. Pretty good cold. Let me move to the price. $59. Good buy. 69 full price is not a bad buy. It's 14% off, which is, I feel, a really good discount. Really good. Like I said, they got different colors, different styles. They got the rounded one here too, a little bit bigger, 90 inches. These two are 75 inches. So if you're a taller person and you need a bigger bag, I didn't capture the price of that bigger bag, but I'm assuming it's more money. But you might want to look up the King Camp sleeping bags and see if they are a better buy. But $59 for a good bag, I feel, is good price. These bugs are loving me. I might have to start up some more. Nope, my mosquito coils are still burning. I like these bags. Pretty nice bags, similar to the other bag, but King Camp's a different bag. I love my sleeping bag. Okay. I have a mummy style. I hate, never use, still new. I got diabetic neuropathy. My feet most of the time couldn't do mummy bags. Yeah, Ronnie, sorry to hear that, but I totally understand that. I'm too fat for most mummy bags. They got extra large mummy bags and extra large, but they're super expensive. The realistic ratings aren't the greatest in the world, but if you have even two like 50-degree bags, I've slept down below zero on 250-degree bags. If you've got higher rated bags and you need to get down close to the single digits or below zero, just combine two heavier, higher rated bags together, and you can get below zero pretty easily with 2 bags. Works really well. Let me go to the next one. Another bag, I believe. Now, this one's a weird shape. I've never seen too many totally pill shaped, is what I call this. Never heard of the brand, but good reviews. Extra large. Decent looking. 14% off. Let me go to the next screen to show the price more. Not a bad line as well. Not a bad looking bag, but I'm not crazy about the. Oh well, I guess I just captured the price and cut it off a little bit. Let me go back to it. $59. I didn't capture the full price, but add 14%. So you're looking at around 68 bucks or somewhere around there, if my math is correct, around 70 bucks. But $59 for a 4-season bag is pretty good. I didn't capture the temperature rating, but I'm sure it's single digits at least for 4-season tent, probably around 10 degrees, I'm guessing. Goodbye. 60 bucks for a cold weather sleeping bag is a good buy. So figured I'd share that. Oh, I did capture it. It's normally 70 bucks. I was right, 70 bucks. I didn't see that last time. 70 bucks. I was right. This sleeping bag's kind of cool. It's got a rounded top. I kind of like the checkered. It doesn't have the fleece, the flannel line, not fleece, flannel. It doesn't have the flannel. 4.4 in the reviews. It's a 0-degree bag, 4-season. Let's see what the price on it is. $35.79. That's a killer deal. I think that's like, if you're just stuck on the flannel line, but I mean, for a regular bag, 0-degree bag, $35. I thought that was a killer deal. Even full price, it looks like it's $50. Is that 50 or 70? $50? I think that's $50. I can't really see it on my computer out here, but 28% off. That's a pretty darn good deal. Yeah, it's $50. I can see it better here. $50. They have a different style, a couple other mummy. These are more mummy style bags here. Really good prices on all of them. So yeah, I thought I'd give this a good deal. 0-degree bag, man, that's a great deal. $35. You can't find a 0-degree bag for $35 anywhere, even Walmart. I think mine was 70 bucks at Walmart, but it's a mummy bag. It's not a rectangular bag. I gave Just Bid, the Amazon return store, I gave last year at the Purple Rain Camp, I got me a 0-degree rectangle extra large bag for like 40 bucks. So I got a good deal on mine. It's Coleman. We'll go to the next one. That might have been the last one. Well, that was the last one. So there you go. Give really good deals on blankets, sleeping bags, cots, hot tent stoves, hot tents. Kind of give everybody a good idea. And that's what I like about the lives. I love sharing with you guys. And let me turn on my lights back here. I like sharing with you guys and being on the live with you guys. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. And let me turn my twinkle lights on. Give you guys a view at night. All right. That's my setup for tonight. I don't know if you guys can see that. I got my roll-up lights like Dan from Herbert T Outdoors has. They're string lights, but they roll up into a round disc. They're what I use for my hammock lights, what I call it, or ambiance lights for hammock camping. All right. But that's it, I guess, for the video. Hope you guys liked all that. Hey, Randy, welcome back. Sorry, I missed a lot of comments here. I'd be wary of a 35-degree bag though, but for the price, it might be test out, or for kids, or if you're not one, yeah, I wouldn't bring it just for the only bag. I'd test it out in your backyard or something and see how cold you could get down in. But I mean, you could combine bags or use it in cooler weather, but not below. But yeah, you're probably right, Ken, for $35. I wouldn't bet my life on it for sure. You're welcome, Ronnie. I appreciate you being here. Well, I'm just in time for the end. Well, Randy, it's okay. I'm going to post a small video afterwards again for all the deals for everybody. So, and I'm not done yet. It's 2 hours in. If you guys want to keep talking, I'm up for it. I'm camping out here in base camp tonight. So, you love the string lights? Yeah. The back set I've got, you can see, is multicolored. I don't know if you can see the back set. You can't see as well, but they're multicolored. I've got two sets. The one that goes underneath my tarp, my original set, is white, and then the other one I got is multicolored. It was supposed to be white as well, but they sent me multicolored. But I kept it anyways. I didn't figure I'd send it back. I don't have a multicolored one, so I figured I'd get a multicolored one. I need to walk Teddy and work on editing tonight. New video on Wednesday. Have a nice evening, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, Jay. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. And as always, I'm looking forward to your videos as well. It's been a nice addition, Jay, to watching videos. Let me see about turning this light up a little bit brighter. Yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to Jay's channel, go check it out. She's got really good camping videos with her dog Teddy. And friends, of course. I enjoy watching her videos. It's a newer addition. I found out about her channel through Tony Random Adventures at the Knoebels meetup this year. So it's been nice getting to know her and watch her videos. It's nice. She lives out in California, so go give her some love and subscribe to her channel, please, and she'd appreciate that, I'm sure. Does anyone else have a military sleeping bag? Yes, I do. Randy. I have a patrol bag and the Gore-Tex bivy bag that goes over the patrol bag. I don't have the extreme weather sleeping bag I want to get for my kit too as well. They're kind of a lot of work putting together and taking apart. I always leave mine together, Randy. That's kind of what I do. I have another stuff sack that I leave mine together all the time because I only use mine if it's really wet out in the patrol bag. And that I can get pretty cold in just the patrol bag and the Gore-Tex bivy. But yeah, I just leave mine together. Yeah, yes, Ronnie. I'm camping out tonight in my hammock behind me. Well, I had set up. I got to get up early in the morning, go in there and be in there to watch Will while Ashley works. So, hence why I didn't camp out somewhere a ways. I still could have went to Holston Mills, but I barely got everything set up out here tonight. So I knew I wasn't going to have the time to go anywhere else because it's a 30-minute drive each way and set up. And yeah, and I would have had to use a totally hot spot out there for my laptop. So I'm glad I stayed here. You're welcome, Jay. Appreciate it. Good night. I just added one of your videos to my watch later so I can check her channel out. I appreciate that, Ken, and I know she does too. She's got some really cool campgrounds that she camps at there around Los Angeles area. Really awesome spots. I like seeing the different campsites that she goes to, and she does beach camping. Pretty cool. It's nice watching her videos. Everyone got a sticker there but me. I didn't get one, Chris. I went over to get one too, and they were gone when I went to get one. So don't feel bad. I didn't get one either. So I'll get one on my truck here eventually. We can't tell the difference for your camping anyways. Yeah, probably true. Where are you camping? I mean, I'm camping at my on my property, Randy, out here at base camp. Yeah, you really can't tell where I'm camping at, and you really couldn't tell except for earlier today when it was light. I could have showed you if I was at a different location, but I was just out here at base camp, so I know I've showed everybody every time I've been out here. I kind of showed my setup a little bit, but it's just my hanging high hammock, my gear top underquilt, and my gear top, my brand new gear top hammock tarp that I got this week. Well, Ronnie, if you send me an email to my email that's on my profile on YouTube, I will mail you out some of my stickers for free. Yeah, you got some awesome stickers, Chris. Yeah, that leg lamp was cool. I never heard of that either. That was really cool. The history on that. Like Randy says, you don't know if it's absolutely true, but I mean, a 40-foot erected leg lamp's pretty cool. I love that movie. You're welcome, Ronnie. Yeah, like I said, it's on my profile. It's me210 at live.com. Send me an address and I'll get those out to you. Or anybody else that wants some stickers that don't have any. I think pretty much everybody else here's got stickers. So, um, yeah. If anybody wants a hat, I've got, I can order hats for people. I think I may have some hats on my store merch store, but I have not ordered one of those from my store. Go figure. Yeah, this is a different company that's trying out. I want to order a test product of the hat from Teesprings, who I use on my web on YouTube page. Um, the shirts are good quality, so I'm assuming the hats are as well. I've got coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts. I think hoodies on there. Um, but this hat here is a trucker style hat, snapback. Um, Pretty decent quality. Um, I can't remember what I gave for it, but pretty decent price. I had a new logo made and we'll be putting it up on my channel soon. Gonna have some stickers made too. That's awesome, Ken. Look forward to checking it out. This is the right one. Me too. Yes, that's right, Ronnie. Yep. I'll send you out some tomorrow. I've been looking for some close Oklahoma YouTubers to meet up with, but all of them seem to be pretty standoffish so far. Yeah, and that's the thing I've noticed on YouTube and social media in general, and rightfully so. A lot of people are standoffish and skittish at first because they don't know people, but some people just don't have time I hate to say it, but don't want to make time or don't have time to meet other people. So I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. If you're on YouTube and you know um, you make content, there's people that would like to do a meetup, and I understand if you just like that one that you said that you talked to only does like uh, meetups, which that's cool too. If that's the only time they want to meet other people's at meetups, it's more of a safe type meetup for other people, which is kind of cool. I can see that. Kind of dark out here, so it's a little grainy. So you have to bear with me. Which nobody cares to see my ugly muck, anyways, right? uh, that's pretty awesome. But I'm so glad everybody came to hang out with me tonight. Uh, I ate dinner before I came out here tonight because I knew it was going to be warm, a little warm. So I didn't want to. I knew I wasn't going to feel like eating ones when I was out here. But I bought plenty of water, and I'll get up early in the morning, go have coffee with my beautiful wife like I normally do. So looking forward to that. I've been looking for some. Yeah, I met mainly off grid over the 4th of July week. cool dude. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. He's personally invited me up to his property to come visit sometime, and if I ever get a chance to make it up there to Maine, I definitely am gonna meet up with him. He is a cool dude, really nice dude. You can tell he's down to earth and he's who he is. He's a really nice guy. I cooked dinner and ate during the live stream. Yeah, I've done that several times, but it's too warm and humid out here to. I know I wouldn't feel like eating out here in this heat. Email sent. Thanks, Ronnie. I'll get with that after the live or tomorrow. I'll get that address and get those sent out to you. Appreciate you. Now, what do you guys think? I mean, all for everybody in here that doesn't hot tent. You know, I think it's fair to say the gear I put on there, and like I said earlier in the live stream, you know, if you've camped at all and you've camped cold weather, you know, realistically, all you're gonna have to add to your gear is the tent, and you can modify a tent. You can put a stove jack. You can cut a stove jack into a tent. It's not super hard. Uh, you just have to seal it up good, seam seal it, and make sure you weatherproof it good. But you can make a regular tent into a hot tent if you want and save the money. There's no reason why you can't. You can buy, like I said, the tent jacks and put it in yourself, save you some money. And if you really like a tent and don't mind modifying it, then just buy the hot tent stove. You know, I don't think I missed too much gear. Like I said, all your other camping gear, you can kind of integrate. And if you don't have camping gear, you know, good thing about hot tent camping, you can bring kitchen cookware with you. If you have cast iron, that's great camping cookware. There's so many things. The main thing is your gear, your cots, your warm sleeping gear, your warm clothing, obviously, a way to keep warm. Randy, hot tent camping and ice fishing coming up. Yes. And speaking of that, Den, if I ever get up to Minnesota, I'd like to do some some ice fishing. I on Just Bid this summer, I bid on and got a really nice ice fishing shanty, insulated, 3 to 4 person pop up instant shanty. It's really nice. I'm going to use it for a deer blind here this year, and I'm actually going to try to see if I can camp diagonally in it and do a camp in it too this winter. So looking forward to that. I've camped in cold weather before, and I tell you, I'm too southern for that. Yeah, a lot of people hate it, and Randy and I don't camp in the summer much. Hence why I haven't done a video this summer yet. Camping. This is actually during summer. This is going to be my first camp out during the summer. My wife and I camped out in the spring with Will, but I have not officially done a camp this summer. It's been too hot. I like the cool because I can always dress warmer and have a fire. When it's hot, you're hot. Now, if it's near water and I can swim all the time, then I don't mind it when I'm at the lake, like a campground at the lake. But I just haven't done it this summer yet. Kind of thinking about going ice fishing this winter with Minnesota Mike or something. Got a couple of other people I'd like to meet too. Yeah, Randy, that would be cool. I know Minnesota Mike has offered for us to come up and do that someday, but I know a few other Den and a few others up there in Minnesota have extended the invitation as well. So that's really nice of everybody. Don't forget the welding blanket for under the stove. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good tip, Den. I bought the one Tiger Stigma 10 for a few years ago, and my wife got me a stove the past Christmas. I can't wait to use them. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, Ken. That'll make a great video and a great camp. Great addition to your kit. House camp that I've camped in this year is 85 and humid, and bugs were insane. Yes, that's the biggest thing for me is the bugs. I can deal with the heat, to be honest, and the humidity. It's the bugs with that. It makes it miserable. And if it's not breezy at all, and usually I'll breezy days, so the bugs aren't quite as bad, and it helps because if you sweat, it helps being breezy, and a fan helps tremendous amount. I can't tell you how much. I forgot my fan tonight, but I think I'll be fine tonight. I love winter, but I don't like getting too cold. To me, hot tent camping is the best of both worlds, nice and cozy in the cold. Yeah. Yep. That's very good advice. Ice fishing, yes. Yeah, Adam. Ice fishing, man, that's definitely on my bucket list. I want to do that so much. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, Adam. I appreciate you being here too tonight. I know a lot of people's worked all day and tired, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. And I love doing these lives and giving out this information for everybody, and mainly for everybody's conversations is the best part for me because you guys all have great ideas. You guys are all seasoned outdoorsmen as well, and always have great input. So that's real important for all of our viewers. Is the advice from others. Everybody has great ideas. Frozen butt hang. Yes, I want to do the frozen butt hang so bad. Ever since I started watching Suge do it for all the years he's done it, I've wanted to do that so bad. It's definitely on my bucket list. The camper cabin, Randy sold that, and yeah, I was interested in that when he sold that. And he goes, "I wish I would have known you wanted it." Yeah, he sold it pretty quickly, which I knew he would because that was a pretty cool little camper. I camped the July 4th with my daughter, and it was 104, and Phil it was 110. It was miserable too, to say the least. Yeah, that's bad. I'm still at work. Oh man, sorry about that, Adam. But I know people work night shift too, so I appreciate you being in here, my friend. I want to camp on the ice this year. Yeah, definitely be fun. Fishing and ice camping. Just extreme cold camping I want to do. I think that I don't know why. I mean, I may hate it, but you got the right gear and you dress warm enough, and you come prepared, and you have a backup to fall to in case you're not quite as prepared as you think, especially your first outing. I wouldn't go far out where you have a safety net to fall back on if something goes wrong or if your gear's not quite up to snuff. But always bring way more gear than you ever think you're going to need, especially on your first go, because especially on an extreme camp like that, man, you would not want to be stuck out there cold, and it's going to be miserable anywhere, not just up north, but yeah, Canada, anywhere. I mean, here last year it was super cold a couple times, and yeah, if you don't have the right gear, you need to be close to warmth so you can uh, not freeze to death. That guy and his kid went out hiking. I think it was last year, the year before, and froze to death because they didn't have the right gear. I mean, it's horrible. That's tragic, but it happens, and it happens more times than we're aware of. Worry about my feet getting too cold. See, and that's the worst thing for me, Chris, is my feet getting cold. I hate my feet getting cold more than anything because when your feet's cold, your whole body's cold. To me, you were miserable. Yep. Shy guy sold the, yep, like a dummy. I ain't the brightest bulb in the box. Randy. Put him next to mine, and my hot feet will warm your cold feet up. Not mine. After I lost all my weight, man, my feet get colder easier. It seems like it's going to be a real test this year because I still wasn't as light as I am now. I've lost 49 pounds so far, so that extra insulation made a big difference. So I'm know it's going to be colder this winter on me. I'm gonna have to utilize my wool socks a little more this year. So they got the stickers too, LOL. I bet Randy left them on there. That's funny. Yeah, did you leave the stickers on your trailer, Randy? That thing is zoomed in, or is it? It won't zoom in. Yeah, that won't zoom in. I was gonna say I could see my twinkle lights a little bit better, but low light's not too good on this out here. It's not too bad with my camp light. 12 people still viewing. I appreciate you guys viewing and being here tonight. But yeah, get out this winter and try some hot tent camping, and don't go extreme. Don't go when it's single digits or below zero. Go when it's like 30 or 40 degrees, when it's not too terrible, and try your first hot tent camp, and do it at home in your backyard or somewhere close to home, or a campground, somewhere where you can be close to your car or have warm backup. But yeah, get out and try some hot tent camping. If you haven't done it, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Yeah, I feel healthier, Randy. I feel so much better. All my inflammation's gone. All my back pain's gone. All that trouble I had with my knee, with the diet, with the carnivore diet, and using some herbal salve called Comfrey. My knee pain's virtually gone. It's amazing. God, number one, gets the praise for it. I know God showed me how to deal with it all and led me down this path. But He made the herbs for the salve. And He made the food, and He made, I'm watching Tony and Random Adventures get off his diabetic medicines and blood pressure medicines. I was right at the verge. My doctor was telling me I needed to get on blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine. And I said, I don't do medications if I don't have to. He says, well, then you're going to have to diet. I said, well, I've got a diet plan that friends have had good luck on, so I'm going to try. And he was very happy. I was only on it for, I think, a couple months or a couple weeks. I can't remember when I went to my yearly this year. And he was really happy with my results. Best tests I've had in forever. I'm really looking forward to the full year when the next one I go to and see all the weight and my blood work and everything. It's going to be really cool to see that. But thanks, Randy, for noticing. I did leave the stickers. Yeah, I thought you did. That's pretty cool. I'm going to test the tent and stove at my parents' house. Too much dog poop in my backyard to try it there. That's really good advice too, Ken, not just for you, but to pass on to others. That's wise wisdom. And, if you've got dogs and lots of poop in your yard, then at least pick it up before you do it. But if not, go to somebody else's that don't have poop in their yard. But yeah, it goes along with camping. Anything, try it at home, try your gear out. I know a lot of us take gear out and try it new out in the woods, but if I didn't feel confident enough that I've watched a lot of videos on it, or feel confident in the product I'm using, I would try it at home. Just like my homemade hammock poles for my truck, I tried it at home. I didn't want to try it out and have to sleep in the back of my truck, which I'm fine with that, but I try things at home. Even though I feel confident in lots of stuff, sometimes I still try it just to see what it looks like, see how much room it has in it, and see what I can take with you. Because even though you know the dimensions, until you actually see it up, you're like, oh, I could bring this or I could bring that and be more comfortable, So just because you know the dimensions before you buy it doesn't mean it clicks until you see it, how everything's going to fit inside, I run the mower over it. It's good fertilizer, though. A positive aspect, it's good fertilizer. I took a rake out in the woods No home testing. Yeah, that's true. Rake out in the woods works really good. Oh, I love it. Yep. And you can rake it up in a bag and you can give it into for Christmas stocking stuffers too. No kids, those aren't Tootsie Rolls. I mean, if we're talking about saving money and everything, I mean, the little nuggets make good. Uh, you can even save your Tootsie Roll wrappers and repurpose, the wrappers. No, I'm kidding. Stop. That's gross. uh, that'd be more for the cat litter box, our cat in the house. That's more of the size, I guess. But yeah, I I think the gear, you know, I like giving the gears. I know the gear videos aren't meant for huge views and watch hours and all that. And I know a lot of people think it's a waste of time, but more for helping people than watch hours and views. Um, if I can get one person a good deal on camp gear, you know, it's worth it to have it in the live like this and a video. Last year I just did all the videos and talked about stuff or didn't even talk about it on lives. This year I don't know what you guys think, but I like integrating the video into the live as I go along, kind of like a premiere. But the premiere, I can't do a live on you know actual camping and whatever. So I might try a premiere one of these weeks too. If I don't want to actually do a video, a live, I might try premiere. But I really like doing the live version and going over these products with you guys and with other people that come through, to get these ideas that you can use. Um, you know, I get good ideas even from me from you guys. I feed off you guys, and the new campers that may come in, we will get ideas off you guys as well. So I don't know if you guys think it's a good idea or not. I kind of enjoy it. Think it's kind of funny me raking the forest. Yeah, Corporal's Corner makes a bushcraft. He calls a bushcraft rake out of limbs, and that's what I kind of giggled and thought of when I seen you raking. I was thinking of Corporal's Corner because I always say he patented the bushcraft rake because he always rakes the area with a tree limb, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna pick the turds up and market them as organic fire starters. There you go. You're thinking as a true outdoorsman, Ken. That is fun. That is funny. We used to go camping with the family where the dad would have the kids sweep the ground before setting up the tent. I think that's a great idea, and before you pack up to go home, the tent always needs swept out. Have them sweep the tent out too, or bring a leaf blower and blow you know, the debris out of the tent as well. Still looks funny. Yeah, it does. Got to get ready for bed. Work comes early. Good night, everyone. Good night, Randy. Appreciate you coming in, my friend, as always. Thank you. Have a good night and a good rest of your week, brother. Love you. Take care, Randy. I'm right behind you. Good night, everyone. Yeah, Nancy, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys all being here and hanging out. I think I'm going to head out too. I've been on for 2.5 hours. That's plenty long for me as well. I got to get up early in the morning, get in there and take care of little Will and see my beautiful wife and have coffee in the morning with her. Can't miss our morning routine. I think I'm going to sign off as well, everyone. Night, Nancy. Good night, Ronnie. Good night, Den. Good night, Ken. Good night, Chris. Good night, Randy. I appreciate everybody. If Daniel Hammock Mountain, if you're still here, I appreciate you everybody. If you want to see that video, I'll post that video tonight or in the morning, and for these deals that you catch up on, or if you want to do it before I get the video up, just rewatch the live. And appreciate you guys. It's been a wonderful live stream. Thank you, Ronnie. I really appreciate you being here and your input. It's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure talking to you, Ken. It's always nice hearing your guys' side of everything as well. I like your guys' input. Good night, Adam. good luck. I'm praying for you, brother. Good luck. God's will on your future and this job and the sheriff's department. Appreciate you, man. You have a good week too, Ken. Everybody have a good week. Squirrel Kelly, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. You want to check out the video afterwards and on all the deals, it's up there. Check out each other's channels. I appreciate it. Until next week, Lord willing, God bless you all. Love every one of you. I appreciate you. Have a good week. Talk to you guys later. Good night, guys.